Alright everybody, welcome back to another top buy, top sell video here in the A1 Edge Finder, where of course we are going to be taking a look at our number one buy and our number one sell currently listed in the Edge Finder and breaking down all the different metrics and scores that are giving it that particular bias. But before we get to that, I want to check out the Smart Money Tracker as well as retail sentiment so that we can get an idea of what both smart money traders and retail traders, what they are favored long and short on at the moment. So here in the Smart Money Tracker, we're taking a look at COT report data. This is of course what institutional traders, what they're favored long and short on at the moment. So over here on the far right, we can see our most bullish assets, and currently the JP225 is the most bullish or most heavily favored long, most bullish asset out of all of the different things that we track here in the Edge Finder. 85.27% long from institutional traders, just 14.73% short. We can also see that gold is following closely behind, as well as the US dollar and the euro, all sitting up above 70% long from institutional traders. The most shorted asset, on the other hand, is the Japanese yen, currently 81.27% favored on the short side from institutional traders. We can also see all of that same information down here in this numerical chart. We can see our most bullish asset listed up here at the top and our most bearish down here at the bottom, with the total number of long contracts, total number of short contracts, as well as the changes long and short from the last data release, and of course the total percentage long and short here for all of those different assets that we're tracking. Let's go ahead and move right along into the retail sentiment tab, where we can see what retail traders or day traders, what they are favored long and short on. And we're starting off by taking a look at our major currency pairs. These are US dollar pairs, and USD CHF is our most favored long pair at the moment from day traders. 81% of day traders going long on USD CHF, whereas the pound USD cross is 74% short. 74% of day traders are currently shorting the pound dollar. Let's take a look at the rest of our currency pairs by selecting minor currency pairs, and this is the complete list of the rest of the currency pairs that we track here in the Edge Finder. AUD CAD, currently the most favored long minor currency pair at 93%. And CHF JPY, the most favored short minor currency pair at 94% short there. Let's go ahead and head back into the watch list, where we can see our full list of buys and sells at the moment. But I want to clean this up a little bit by removing any indices, commodities, or crypto that we may have. Looks like we have all three. And I'm just going to leave us with currency pairs only. So here we go. Here is our list reduced down to just the currency pairs. And we currently have three strong buys: USD JPY, Euro JPY, and CAD JPY. Just looking at the buy list, I can see a lot of yen crosses here, actually. And we also have one strong sell. It's Aussie USD. Strong sell score of -6, and up top here we have USD JPY with a strong buy score of +8. So I think that we're going to take a look at USD JPY and Aussie USD to close out the week as our strong buy and strong sell. So let's go ahead and start off with USD JPY.
Did you know our market scanning software, the Edge Finder, just got even better? Check out our newest asset, Bitcoin. That's right, Bitcoin was our most requested feature update, and we're so excited to announce Bitcoin is finally here with plans to add even more crypto in the future. We've also updated our most popular feature, the Smart Money Tracker, adding even more data than before. The Edge Finder not only automatically scores 8 different metrics for each asset to give it an overall buy, sell, or neutral score, but it also keeps track of bank and analyst positioning, stores historical fundamental data, shows how assets are trending throughout the day, and so much more. Right now, our YouTube viewers can get the Edge Finder at a discounted price when they use promo code A1YT. You can check out the Edge Finder with the link down in the description below, and again, get it for the special discounted price when you use promo code A1YT at checkout.
right here, oops, wrong one, USD JPY, with that strong buy bias score of +8. COT data is a score of +2, and retail sentiment a score of +1. So here's that COT data again that we were just taking a look at. We already saw that the US dollar was favored 77.44% on the long side, and the Japanese yen was our most heavily shorted asset from those institutional traders, 81.27% short. So heavily favored on the long side for the dollar, heavily favored short on the Japanese yen. That's giving us our +2 score there. Retail sentiment, on the other hand, is favored on the short side, 69% short there, just 31% long. That is also giving us a +1 score here. Seasonality is a score of +1 as well. And we can see that in the month of June, historically speaking, if you were to isolate just the month of June and took a look at how USD JPY trended over the last 10 years in the month of June, you would notice that it trends a little bit bullishly, which has been the case so far this month. If you were to track USD JPY back to the beginning of the month, you would notice that it has trended a little bit bullishly this month as well. Trend reading is a score of +2, and we can see that this thing has continued to climb higher ever since June 22nd is how far we can see back with our little trend projection box here. So about 7 days, we've seen nothing but moves to the upside pretty much. June 22nd to today just continue to steadily climb higher and higher each day. Price forecast does project that it will continue to be the case. Let's finish up with our fundamentals readings. We have GDP growth, inflation, and interest rates with scores of +1, unemployment with a score of -1. We can get into those numbers right over here. So GDP growth in the US currently 2% compared to 0.7% in Japan. Inflation sits at 4% compared to 3.2%. Unemployment 3.7% compared to 2.6%. And lastly, interest rates on the US dollar are currently 5.25% compared to negative 0.1% in Japan. So there we go, all the numbers and data backing up our +8 score and strong buy bias here on USD JPY. And the other pair we said we were going to take a look at was Aussie USD, strong sell bias with that score of -6. COT data is a score of -2, and retail sentiment a score of -1. So back to that COT data, like we already know, US dollar favored on the long side 77%, but the Australian dollar favored on the short side at 67.58%, again giving us that -2 score there. Retail sentiment shows the day traders currently favored on the long side of the Aussie USD at 71%. That is also giving us our -1 score here. Seasonality also a score of -1. We can see again in the month of June, if you were to isolate it over the last 10 years, you would notice that Aussie USD trends a little bit bearishly throughout the month of June, which again has been the case so far this month. Trend reading is a score of -2, and except for basically a little pop today from since yesterday, this thing has been falling real hard. We can see again back to June 22nd all the way until June 27th. So for about 5 days, this thing just absolutely plummeted, had one little move to the upside before falling really hard again yesterday, and has come up a little bit since those yesterday lows, but price forecast does predict that this will continue to move downwards. We can finish up with our fundamentals. They're pretty split. We have GDP growth and interest rates with scores of -1, but inflation and unemployment at scores of +1. Breaking down those numbers right over here. We already took a look at these US numbers, but we can take a look at the Australian dollar numbers. So GDP growth in Australia 0.2%, inflation in Australia 7%, unemployment rate 3.6%, and lastly, interest rates on the Australian dollar are 4.1%. So there we go, a quick breakdown of Aussie USD as well as USD JPY currently our number one buy and number one sell currently listed in the EDGEFINDER with that score of +8 and score of -6. Here's that full list one more time of all the currency pairs and their respective score and bias right right here, we can see the full chart and all of the different numbers that add up to these scores here, giving it that bias one way or the other. But if you enjoyed this video, or if you enjoy the EDGEFINDER tool, you can find a link to it down in the description below, and you can get it at a discounted price when you use promo code A1YT at checkout. You can get access to this along with all of these other useful tabs in here that we didn't go over today. There are so many different features here in the EDGEFINDER to help you improve your trading. So again, if you want it at a discounted price, use promo code A1YT at checkout. You can find it in the links down in the description below.
Don't forget to check out the links in the description if you want our broker recommendation, access to our free Discord, free EDGEFINDER, or want to chat with us on Telegram. Remember, you can watch us live in the markets every morning starting at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we have lots more free trading tools and content available on our website, a1trading.com. Thanks for watching.